If you're out there and you're wondering, how on earth am I going to make my mortgage payments? Understand there might be some relief for you. As part of the CARES Act, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, those are the two entities that purchase mortgages. So if you buy a mortgage, get a mortgage from Bank of America or Wells Fargo or a lot of local lenders, they sell those mortgages, believe it or not, to the U.S. government, to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They're supposed to be quasi-government entities, but right now they're under the government's control. And they do that, by the way, so Bank of America and Wells Fargo can get more money to loan more money out to people. And they make the mortgage markets more liquid, if you will. And they allow more people to get mortgages. And so right now, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you want to know whether or not, by the way, your mortgage is owned by them, just go to Google and type in Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan lookup tools, and you'll see a website where you can put in your information. It'll tell you whether or not one of those entities owns your loan, and then the people who service the entities service a loan. So if your loan is serviced by SunTrust or some local company or someone other than Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, that's because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac don't service mortgages. They hire companies to service them for them, and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac set the guidelines, or the government sets the guidelines for these forbearance programs. And if you need some help and you want your mortgage payments to be pushed back, I think all Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, all FHA and VA loans are eligible for some type of forbearance. Now, forbearance does not mean that you don't have to make the payments this month or next month and you never have to make the payments. Unfortunately, I wish I could tell you that that's the way it works, but that's not the way it works. The way it works is they will let you miss 2 or 3 payments, depending upon your situation, but those 2 or 3 payments get added to the back end of the loan. Now, there's also a little bit of problem because the loan does not follow your current amortization table. So when you miss payments, and let's say your payment is $1,000 a month, then those $1,000 a month payments, the interest portion, get added to the principal balance. So you wind up paying a little bit more interest over time. So my recommendation is, if you can pay your mortgage, it probably makes sense for you to go ahead and pay your mortgage. If you cannot, then reach out to your lender today. Go to the loan lookup tools on Google for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. See if your loan is owned by them. Call the servicer. Tell them you want to do a forbearance. If you're not sure who your loan is owned by, you can call your servicer and they'll tell you. If it is FHA or VA, you'll definitely have to call to get them to tell you, although you could tell on your security deed if you knew how to look it up at the courthouse steps. Actually, if you reached out to us, we could certainly look up your deed for you and tell you whether or not you have an FHA or a VA loan. But you'll have to call the servicer and ask what kind of forbearance programs they have. For those of you who applied for the Paycheck Protection Program, I'd learned earlier in the day today that applicants are being told that the Paycheck Protection Program is out of money. What does that mean? That means $349 billion in funding for small businesses under 500 employees has been divvied up all in, let's see, I think the applications opened on the 3rd. And we are less than 2 weeks from that. So that means $349 billion was divvied up really, really quickly.